this channel Theory of Nothing. This is part 2 of Learn Permutation Combination Easily. Let's start with our first question. The first question is easy one. We have 4 chocolates. All are same. So there is no point of choosing first chocolate, second chocolate or third chocolate, but there is a point of choosing. We can choose 4 out of 4, 3 out of 4, 2 out of 4 or 1 out of 4. So we can choose in 4 ways any number of chocolates. And if we have an extra case of not choosing anyone, so the total case will become 5. So now going to the next question. Let's first rub this whiteboard. Now we have the word in this word we can see that there are 3 T's and 2 O's and 3 letters are different. So in these 3 T's we can choose 1, 2 or 3 or none of the T's. So there are 3 plus 1 cases of choosing 1, 2, 3 or none of the T's, and in these 2 we have 2 plus 1 cases of choosing, and these 3 letters are different. So we have 2 to the power 3 minus 1 cases of choosing any one of them, and we are also adding an extra case of not choosing anyone. So the total cases will become 2 to the power 3 minus 1 plus 1. After multiplying all this, it will become 4 into 3 into 2 to the power 3. And now we are excluding the case of not choosing anyone. So the answer will become 95. So you can see that in 95 words can be made from the given letters, and the number of letters can be 1, 2, 3 and any of them. Going to the next question. In the next question we have a word PA, TA, LI, PU, TRA, and we have a restriction that the relative position of vowel and consonant cannot be changed. So we cannot change the relative positions of vowels. There are 5 vowels. Separating them, and separating consonant, PT, LP, TR. So these vowels can be arranged in factorial 5 upon the repetition is 3 times of A. So divide by factorial 3, and these consonants can be interchanged their position. The total arrangement factorial 6 divided by 2p and 2t divided by factorial 2 and factorial 2. So combining both these conditions, The answer will become factorial 5 upon factorial 4 into factorial 6. Means the answer will become 5 into factorial 6 means 3600. Now going to our next question. In next question we will see the number of divisors of a given number. In the next question we have a number 16,200 and we can also write it in the way 2 to power 3, 3 to power 4 and 5 to power 2. As we can see that I have separated them in the prime number. 2, 3 and 5 are prime numbers. So now we will see the divisors. The divisors are the number which can divide this number. So the 2 will be the divisor. 2 to power 2 will also be a divisor of this number. So we can have 2 to power 0, 2 to power 1, 2 to power 2, 2 to power 3. All are divisors. So we have 4 divisors due to 2 to power 3. It means we have 3 plus 1 divisors due to 2 to power 3. We have 4 plus 1 divisor due to 3 to power 4. And we have 2 plus 1 divisor due to 5 to power 2. So the number of divisors will be 4 into 5 into 3. We have 60 divisors. And how can we find the sum of the divisors? For the sum of divisors, first of all we have to see the behavior of divisors. As I told you, 2 is divisor and 2 into 3 also a divisor and 2 into 25 is also a divisor. So we have to find the sum of multiplication of all the divisors. So we can write it in this way that 2 to power 0 plus 2 to power 1 plus 2 to power 2 plus 2 to power 3. The summation of divisors of 2 multiply by 3 to power 0 plus 3 to power 1 up to 3 to power 4 multiply by 5 to power 0 plus 5 to power 1 plus 5 to power 2. After solving, we can use the formula of GP. 2 to power 4 minus 1 upon 2 minus 1 multiply by 3 to power 5 minus 1 upon 3 minus 1 multiply by 31. Okay. After solving, you can get the summation of divisors. I am leaving the calculation on you. You can solve this equation also by a calculator. So I am going to the next question. In the next question, we will see how can we divide the elements into multiple groups called dividing into groups. We have 120 students and we want to divide them in 3 groups. So in In first question, I will divide them in unequal group, means I will divide them in 30 plus 40 plus 50 group. So we have to choose 30 students out of 120, 40 students from the remaining 90 and 50 students from the remaining 50. So we can write it in this way, like 120C 30 multiply by 90C 40 multiply by 50C 50. As you can see that we can also divide them in in two in three manners. First it is, and in second and third we can divide them by 120C 40 into 80C 50 and 30C 30. And in the third manner we can divide them 120C 50, 70C 30 and 40C 40. So here you can see that there are three manners of dividing them. So the answer will become the same, but we have three ordered or three different groups. So the answer will become factorial 120 divided by factorial 30 and factorial 90 into factorial 90 upon factorial 40 factorial 50 into 1. It will become factorial 120 upon factorial 30 factorial 40 and factorial 50. This is the case where the order is important for us. We can see that there are three ways of dividing them, but the answer will be the same. Now going to the second way of dividing. First of all, I have to rub the whiteboard because there is no space on the whiteboard. We can divide them in three equal groups, like 120 can be divided into 40 plus 40 plus 40. If these three groups have equal students and these three groups are identical, then we can write them similarly factorial 120 upon divided by factorial 40 and factorial 40. But order is not taken, and the groups are identical. So we have to divide it by factorial 3. So the correct answer will be factorial 120 divided by factorial 3 into factorial 40 and factorial 40. Now going to the next question, we will see the non-negative integral or solving of linear equations. It is very important question, as we have x plus y is equal to 6. So before going to the formula, we can also solve it by using our general analytics. We can write from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and plus 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 ways of solving this equation. But this method can't work when we have large number of elements, or we have the sum is equal to, sum is very large. If the question is given in this way that x plus y plus z, we cannot use the previous method because it will be very tedious and very long. So we can use the non-negative integral method. Non-negative integral solution, in which these numbers can't be negative. These numbers can be 0 but can't be negative. So the counting will start from 0 to the highest number 6. We can solve it by, we have 3 elements. So we will take a combination C. We have total 6 summation C, summation 6. We will add 3 elements and subtract 1, and 3 minus 1 we will write here. So the answer will become 8C2, which means factorial 8 divided by factorial 6 factorial 2, which will become 8 into 7 divided by 2 means 28. I hope you have understood how can we solve these kind of questions. I am going to the next question. I'm going to the next question. In the next question we have to find the exponent of 3 in factorial 100. Exponent of 3 in factorial 100. This is in this question we can solve by using simple method. First of all we should know about the greatest integer function. The greatest integer function of m by n gives us an integral value. It is called greatest integer function, GIF. Okay, now solving the question, 100 upon 3 greatest integer function plus 100 divided by 3 square plus 100 divided by 3 to power 3. Similarly, going to the next higher power, it will become 33, and the next will become 11, and 3. 100 upon 27 will become greatest integer function 3, and the next will become 100 upon 81. It means we will get 1. So summing all these numbers, 44 plus 4, 48. So the highest power of 3 in the expansion of factorial 100 will become 48. I have used this formula But in the next lecture we will see from where doesn't the place where this formula doesn't work, and why doesn't it work, and how can we solve those questions which can't be solved by this method. So please watch my next lesson. Now I am going to the next question. In the next question, we will see how to find the rank in the dictionary made by using the letter of given word. In this question, we have the given word pen, which means pen. So we can see that when we will make a dictionary choosing these words, the dictionary will start from E, because E comes first when we write in alphabetical order. So the first letter is E, second is N, and the third is P. We have three letters. So how can we solve this? First of all, we have to find the total number of letters starting with E. Before doing this question, we can see that there are three letters. So factorial 3 words can be made using these letters, which means we will have 6 words. Now fixing the first letter in alphabetical order E, we will have factorial 2 words. Now going to the next letter, we have to find the word starting with P, but now we have N. So we have to find the word which starts with E. This is start with N. Now adding plus factorial 2. Now we have the word start with N, but our word start with P. So now going to the P. When we will get the first letter of our word P, we will delete it from this place and we will have these letters. We will have E and N. Now after P, we can get two words. Either we can get PEN, N, or we get PNE. So PEN is the first, so we have to add only 1 and the answer will become 5. So the rank of the word pen in the dictionary will be 5. Fifth rank. Okay. And you can see that there are 6 words and PNE is the last word of the dictionary. I hope you have understood the question I have tried